Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Build Along. In today's episode we're going to be building this mining ship. This is a medium-sized mining ship, I'd say. It's got about 6 cargo containers on it rather than just a couple. It should be good for many mining operations. And with that said, let's crack on. This is our current mining ship, and while it's serving us well, it's missing a few features. For example, it doesn't have an antenna, it doesn't have any remote control. I've had to add extra batteries, it's lacking a bit too much thrust. The storage capacity is okay, but I think a little bit more wouldn't hurt. So today, we're going to rebuild it. Let's crack on. Alright, so I thought I'd bring you back now that we've got a few blocks placed, so I can just talk you through what I'm actually thinking about doing here. Now, the industrial cockpit wasn't available when I built the first ship, so we're throwing that in, absolutely. Guess there's a nice position here at the front as well. Now, there's a lot more cargo containers, and I've put this way around so I can get a few turrets on it. One of the problems I had with my previous build of the ship was I couldn't get any turrets on it, and I was getting attacked a lot. So this is going to be a large atmospheric miner ship. Now, how many drills I'm going to have? No idea. But this is a lot of containers. So we need to get a lot of thrust on here as well. So we had 2 thrust for these 2, and it wasn't quite enough. So it's going to be a minimum of 1 per container, plus probably another 2. So we're looking at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're looking at 12-ish thrusters for lift. Several forward, several back. Now, I've got this battery here, and then I think the most important thing for us is just to think, do we want this to be purely Atmo? I think we do, and if we need to change it, we can always come back and reshape this later, because we can replace these, I believe, hopefully, straight with a hydrogen container, and it should fit. So I might lose one of these, grab a hydrogen tank, and go from there. Now, the next challenge I have is, what do I do with the batteries? That fits perfectly. That puts it a little higher. This is a little high up. Now, I can obviously delete some of this and put some batteries in here. So one option, and I'm just going to do this temporarily. I'm just going to come out a few blocks so I can go around the other side and show you. If I come this way and then build off of here, just connect that so it doesn't drop on the floor. So I can take this block out, this block, whoop, get rid of that. And you, and we take this one out as well. This gives us a nice little space. Now, if I can find the right bar, so one option we have is to drop the batteries in here like this. Maybe not quite there. Maybe we'll bring it 1 block over, but if we put the batteries in the middle, it's going to keep the center of gravity quite low. And I think that's going to be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to widen that now so it's 3, and put some more here as well. I want that battery to be properly secured. So I've got to remember to do that on the other side of this, which it is. Perfect. So we could drop the batteries in like so. If we get this in properly. And then that becomes the main bit of the ship. So we can do that. That's one thing. That keeps the batteries nicely out of the way, but it does block all of these access ports apart from these ones here. So if we want to do hydrogen, it's going to be a bit more interesting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the batteries in, and I'm going to get some basic thrusters on it, and then I'll bring you guys back when it's a little bit more, I don't know, ready to fly, but with no functionality. All right, see you in a sec. Right, this is what it's looking like at the front. So I've gone quite wide. We've got the cargo container still at the back. You can see there's a hell of a lot of thrust on it. I've got 6 cargo containers, and like I said before, 2 worked fine. 1 per cargo container before, but it wasn't quite enough. Like a little bit more would be useful. So with 6 cargo containers and 8 vertical thrust, I think that's going to be plenty. I've gone for 4 stopping, 4 going forwards, and 2 left and 2 right. I don't think that's going to be quite enough. but it's probably going to be good enough for now. I did sneak a couple extra batteries in here as well because I seem to have a bit of room and I thought it'd give a little bit of shape. Now the only thing I need to be careful of is these will absolutely destroy things within a certain radius. That's going to be fine. How close I can get, I can't remember. We might have to test it. We also need to work out how we're going to get turrets on it, because I can't put a turret here because this engine is going to destroy it, or here because the engine is going to destroy it. So I can get one on there. Question is, do I bother? I mean, we're not likely to get attacked all the time, he says, as a ship comes in on command. I really need to turn that off in this save. Like, I don't need the stress of being attacked by random bits of metal. But anyway, let's jump in here quickly. Let's grab the one and only landing gear that we have and change this to switch lock. Now, oh, that reminds me, I just saw it. I've got 4 gyroscopes, 2 on either side, antenna and or remote control block and camera, because I figured, wouldn't it be great if I could actually fly this remote control as well. So from a power perspective, let's see how much strain. I'm going to just floor the power, and all I'm looking at is the bottom right to see how far up that scale it moves. Now hopefully no more than 50%. Just under, perfect. Now obviously to go down, we don't do anything. This is called gravity. I don't know if you found it lately, but it will absolutely stop things in atmospheres from flying too far. Now the only question I have, oh, that jutting is not looking ideal. So we do have, that's better. Now we've moved. So I'm pretty certain, what's my meters per second? Yeah, okay. So at this point, I can't roll much more, which is fine. We'll just go back the other way. Get this camera in a position. Now, 2 seems fine. It's obviously not going to be able to survive that when it's fully laden, but that's absolutely fine. We're not looking to be super agile in this. We're looking to very simply not fall out of the sky when we're mining, and we're going to be mining in this plane. So let's get this down to the ground. I should be able to stop pretty quickly. Oh, that was close. I wasn't hitting space to to slow down, but I did towards the end because I got a little bit scared. Let's get this back on the platform and in a relatively straight line, because no one likes anything to be too crooked. Donk. So like from a basic flight test, that seems to be okay. Now the one thing we do need to practice or try with this is to find a mountain. We'll probably fly over there and do it, and just make sure that this can drill a hole that's big enough for itself on right click and big enough on left click. I'm gonna have to get rid of the bases. I mean, I'm glad I have that decoy, but it's just constantly attacking me. Am I getting attacked from 2 different areas? Oh, wow. Okay. Ignore the attacking. I'll deal with that. What? Just ignore it. Yeah. So we'll go to the mountain now, or a hillside somewhere. Probably the mountain. It looks pretty. We could do have a hole in the side of it. And we'll just check we can dig out a hole big enough for this with those mines where they are. And that will also enable us to test that this can get the stone into all its cargo containers, which it should be able to. And we can also then test what it flies like when it's fully weighed. So I'm going to take it over there, fill it with a load of stone by drilling a hole, and I'll bring you back when I've done it, and I'll show you what it's capable of, if anything, when it's full of stone. See you in a sec. Okay, so we are in a hole. Let's jump out and see what the damage is. So, spotlight is on, because I needed a spotlight. I am completely trapped in here. Can I go sideways? I can. So, you can see the hole here is from right-click drilling, so that's massive in comparison. Now, we haven't quite got inside there yet, but you can see that is going to be close. It should, because I measured it, should just about fit. Now, I can't go any further at the moment because I am completely full of stone. And the only way of getting rid of that is to delete it. And I don't want to do that because I want to test it while it's weighted. So this would be a good opportunity for us all to test it. Now, let's see if we can just back out of here quite nicely. Okay, just break my neck as I turn around. Oh, I wasn't. I thought I was in first person. I'm not. There we go. Let's come out. That, I mean, for something that weighs 360,000 kilos, that's not too bad. All right, so let's stop here. So obviously we're using a bit more power. You see how much power we're using just to stay level now. Ah, not happy. Control C. I took out a load of bases. Why are you still here? Go away. No. Go away. Yes. Bye-bye. Right. I didn't see this one earlier, but this base is now going to go away as well. There was a few around that was spawning ships. So I took them out because I did take a bit of damage earlier and it was getting a little bit frustrating. So I took out all the ones I could see. Somehow, I didn't see this one. So let me just get rid of this one. That will hopefully give me a bit of peace and quiet while I talk to you absolutely fine people. Now we've got to weld the ship up though, because it's just taken damage. But hey, it's creative. It's not going to take too long. But anyway, coming back to the power usage, you can see that it was almost half full because the engines are having to be on a lot more for it to fly, basically. Now, we're going to want to make sure that as a general point of call, that it can basically fly without peaking the power usage. Because if it peaks the power usage, you're not actually getting thrust. All you're really getting then is, well, nothing really, because you're peaking the power usage. So that's the only thing we really need to be really careful of, is to make sure that we have... Now, is that everything? It looks like everything's fixed. Let's jump back inside. So we're just under. So what I'm going to do now, get my camera in the right place. Oh, bro, we're going to need some more gyros, that's for sure. This is me moving my mouse several times. That's not enough gyros. We need to put a bucket ton of gyros on. So I'm just going to hit the spacebar quickly now and just watch it at the bottom right. 35 minutes of power, 43, hit space. We've got plenty of battery, so I'm okay with this being like this now, because every container, apart from the drills, is completely full, and we wouldn't ever have the drills full either. That's not something. So that's another 50k, and one of these containers is actually damaged, so we better see if we can find which one. That'll be that one. So we need to get some more gyros on. That ain't gonna cut it. So we've got a choice now. We can take out these blocks and just drop more gyros on, and we want... Oh, we don't want to do that. Just unbalance the ship massively. Let's get another one of those back on. Luckily, it's not end of the world. Hop. As long as it's in the right place. So yeah, we could put another, I don't know, 6 on. And just see how that is. Because hopefully that's enough to make it manageable when it's this overweight. And we've got one of those full of stone now from the drill, so that shouldn't be too bad. I don't really want to add many more. Yeah, okay, see, this is much better. So if I'm starting on one side of my mouse mat and then moving to the other, we are at least moving now. So let's see, can we do rolls? We still can't roll. Is that because those engines aren't firing, or... No, because if I go that way, it is. There you go. So we can still roll, but I imagine if we get some height, you can see how much slower this is now. If you look at the speed, I'm not massively shooting up. Again, that's fine. Is it fine? It's not fine, because my base is at a much higher altitude, which means the thrusters have less power. So I better add at least another 2 large vertical thrusters to this as well, because we're going to have some serious problems. The stopping ones, forward and back, definitely a problem, but one that can be fixed by flaring, basically throwing the nose up like this, and also just by flying slower. Like, you don't need to approach your base at 110 meters per second every single time. All right, so we are hopefully far enough up this isn't a problem. So if we now roll, we want to get this 90 degrees and see what happens. There we go. So you see how much speed we're building up now. And I can't actually roll this back, so I'm going to have to use pitching and hope that that works. And you'll see now it's going to struggle to slow down. And that's full thrust. I might even crash into the ground on this. But luckily, we did take a copy of this earlier. So let's just come down here. Oh no! That's not what I wanted. Oh well, we better fix this one up then. How much damage did we do? Hang on, did we do any damage? It's weird that I can't see what's missing. We hit something, right? I might actually have to go back and look at the video because oh, cargo container. That's fine. We lost one cargo container. No one cared about that cargo container anyway. But yeah, let me get this back to the base. It seems to be much better, and we'll see if we can work out how we're going to get another 2 thrusters on it. Just give it a bit more lift somehow. All right, see you in a second. Okay, so I've added on the thrusters just here, and that's a very simple pragmatic solution. It's still within that hitbox that we're making, so it's not going to make the ship any wider. You can see there it's perfect in alignment, so it should be fine. If I stuck it in here, it would have got damaged by these. If I stick it here, it would have been too far out. So definitely a good point. Now, originally I was thinking I should get some kind of defenses on this, and I could drop a single turret in here. In fact, where is my turrets? Turrets. I don't have any. Let's grab this one. Just have a look, because while I can put a gun turret on, from the experience I had, one is, I don't want to say less than ideal, but it's not exactly filling me with joy. Let's put it that way, because largely it doesn't do anything. Like I said before, I can get one there, but that's just going to get cooked by that thruster as soon as it thrusts, so I don't think much point in having that one. So I could leave that one on, but that's going to make it even harder to get in there, and I don't want to put another mine on, so we're probably going to skip having that there. This can therefore, if we get this out, we don't necessarily need that now, because there's no need to actually connect to that thruster, but we could connect this here, just give it a secondary point of contact, and then that way if we do take some damage one day, it's not the end of the world, because that drill is connected by 2 points. So that and that would have to get destroyed for this to drop, and we need to do something about these because that's only attached by 1 point, but we'll fix that with some armor. Now this is, that's where the engine goes. Hang on. No, so how far does that go? I reckon that block is probably okay. I do wonder if I can test that. Don't think I could unless I jump in the ship. Hang on, which one is it? It's full stop, so we'd have to do this and come up. I don't want to hit the ground. Let's come out this way. I mean, that's not getting cooked, right? God damn it. Every time. It was fine. I just want to check something because it was fine until I took my finger off the accelerator. Okay, so we cannot have blocks there. So where can we have blocks then? So you are still too close. I'm guessing if we take you off here, that you should be fine here. I just want to make sure that I'm not wrong on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those blocks there. Not going to get destroyed. That one is. That's the plan. So let's do this. I mean, if you look at the distance... Oh, actually, we should bring blocks down here as well, just in case that bottom thruster does cook them. At least this way we can measure it. Cool. What I'm really interested in at the moment is just where the damage is going to go. So let's go like this. Let's get it up to full speed. Just 100 meters per second. Okay. Yeah, that one block got destroyed. Question is, are those other blocks taking damage? I mean, we can fly backwards for a while, so it's not the end of the world. And stop. Right, let's jump out and have a look. The best tool for this is going to be the welder. You are a little bit damaged. And you are 100% fine, but you just look damaged. What's gone on here? How have you got 80% damaged? I mean, that is directly in alignment. So I wonder if that block and that block will take damage. Either way, I think it's not worth either way, I don't think it's worth putting blocks there. So we'll keep them no closer than this one. I know that's going to be fine. That definitely wasn't. So yeah, we won't put blocks there. But that seems to fly okay. Let's fly back to the base. And hopefully dock the little thing back where it came from. So this is probably as good a place as any just to say thank you to everyone that watched the little short I did. I mean, there was literally thousands of views. Like, I put those shorts together based on a Reddit post I did of a few weeks ago. There was a few little outtakes that were quite interesting, and I just had the thought of, hey, maybe a quick little video, a minute long, would work. Now in YouTube Shorts, there's a few things, like it has to be the right format. So we made some changes and put it out there, and wow, the uptake was insane. It had no views for over 24 hours, and then all of a sudden it just popped off. We were getting on average like 100 views an hour, which for larger channels, absolutely not a big deal, right? They just they knock that out on their normal videos. For me, over the moon. It's really great to see that. So this is probably a great time to say, if you really do like this episode, then please do consider liking and subscribing. We are almost at our 60 sub target, which we were meant to get to by May, and it's January still. We started the month with less than 30, I think. So yeah, I mean, please do like and subscribe, and we just need to see how things go. I mean, at this rate, we're gonna be over 100 subs probably. Oh, I'd say by May, easily over 100. I mean, we started the channel originally in July last year, and I did like 4 weeks of uploads, and I got a little bit disheartened and I stopped, and I came back in November with the one mission of, look, you've got to give it a proper try. You've got to make the videos better. You've got to try and improve it. You can't just, you know, throw some half-assed content out there and not try and make it better. And having spent November, December, and now January, 3 months doing it properly, you can see that things are picking up. Hopefully the quality of the videos is a lot better. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos a lot more. And you know, we're going to keep experimenting, trying different things until we get to a point where it's comfortable and it works. We're in that shaping sort of phase of the video where what we want to do is work out what the rough shape of this is. Now, like I said earlier, I kind of want that to feel like it's connected. So we'll do that. Could have another camera down there. I don't think we need it with one up the top there. We're not going to have any we're not going to have any gun turrets now on top, so we can put this going straight out from there to the middle, and that just acts then as another brace. Again, gives it a little bit of shape here as well. Now, one thing that would be good, and we can't attach anything to these drills, so let's not worry too much about that, but we can do this across the front there, and that just connects those, and I can do that. Whoa, no, that is not what I want to do. What I was trying to do is, there you go, put one block there, one block there. That's just going to protect those conveyors a little bit in case we do get shot at, which, you know, it happens. We can't connect to here. We can only connect to these yellow bits. So again, something like this seems a little bit impractical, but I kind of feel like it's not a bad step, because that just means that this drill is now not dangling all by itself. That one should be connected to the cockpit as well. So we can put you there, there and there. Is that what we did on that side? It is. Good. That gives us a bit more connectivity there. Makes that a little bit bigger. We might be able to refine that shape down. That can just come up like that on this side as well. And that looks like it's holding the drill then. I want to try and keep the drill shape exposed if I can. And just see what happens. Now, I think the best thing to do is probably just drop into a bit of a time lapse while I place some of these blocks down, and we'll see what happens. All right, enjoy the music. Okay, well, we've got most of the blocks placed now. And by most, I think pretty much all. I didn't want to make it too smooth. I didn't and couldn't hide most of these conveyor ports because of how they're placed. It is absolutely tilting to see there's 3 junctions there, but only 2 here. So I'm going to attempt to fix that live on camera and see if we can do it without the whole thing collapsing. So that one needs to go and be replaced. Get the right one. So oh man, I never know I'm gonna get the right block. Like that. Okay. Is that now symmetrical? Yes. Cool. So yeah, so that's pretty much done. I've added the spotlights. I changed the front a little bit from the end of the time lapse, but I try to make it look like bits were holding this up. I've left the air gap here. Again, I think it adds a bit of detail. Plus, you can't get too close because of the hitbox of the thruster anyway. Most of this is connected. I've got awareness lights back, sides, and just under there. Something I've learned is pretty useful. This was large blocks. I just reduced it to half blocks on the back to make it a bit lower profile. Underneath, can't really see it, but we just went with a very simple belly there, mainly to protect the batteries. That was the main purpose behind what was going on there. We come up to the top. We've got some cover on the top, but not a lot. Again, not a lot I can do here because of the what do we call it? Anything I do here, for example, I can't mirror on this side and vice versa, so I had to leave that open. Now, I have flown it with these blocks, not with that one. That one and that one might get destroyed. So we'll do a quick flight, left and right, and just make sure that's okay. That side's going to be okay. That side, ooh, it doesn't look like it's going to be okay. Now, something to bear in mind is that I think the damage only comes out of the middle. I think. Because I did see that this is absolutely fine here. And if you imagine, that's 1 block further out than there. So I think that's actually okay. But we'll do a quick test, probably off camera for that. And the last thing we need to do is basically paint it. And I have no idea what color I'm going to paint it. So I'll bring you back in a second after I've done that little bit of testing. And I'll update you if I need to fix it. And we'll try and work out how we're going to paint it. See you in a second. 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone. I have colored the ship in. So what I did was I started with this dusty color using this shade of green, using the dust armor, and I just set the whole ship to that color. Then I created this brown color by moving these values down and selecting the rust skin, and I added that to every hard wearing component. So it's on the drills, it's on the landing gears, this whole bottom of the ship is done, and I've left a few odd dusty green bits in there as well. It's a similar enough color to the green that it blends in okay. And then completely by accident, I accidentally selected this yellow as a dusty yellow, and it actually works really well. It's very, very close to the yellow on the connectors and the conveyor. So we wanted an accent color and we got it. Now, with this being the end of the episode, I have to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's joined since Saturday. And to put it into perspective, the channel has doubled in size since Saturday. We've had more views since Saturday than we've had in the entire history of the channel. And we've had as many likes on one video that we've got on all our other videos. So I'll drop a quick clip in of that 30 seconds now. Or more likely, I'll just put a link at the top. Check it out. Click the card, go have a look at the video. It's only 30 seconds. Most people enjoyed it if you haven't already seen it anyway. And just a massive thank you. Our sub goal was actually to get to 60 by, I think it was May. Now, obviously, we've blown that out. We've actually gone over, I say we're on 74, 76 subs at the moment. By the time this video comes out tomorrow, bear in mind, 74, 75, 76 is the number I said today. probably going to be over 80 by the time you watch this video. But if that's the case, I really need to think. Saturday, I haven't decided, and you're hearing Saturday because I've already recorded some of that episode, that I say 60 again, and I will do my best to correct myself at the end of the episode. But again, massive thanks to everyone that's joined. We will set a new sub goal. We'll try and get something like 250 subs. And, you know, if you enjoy the content, that's all that matters to me. Leave a like so I know. Comments much appreciated on things you like or even things you dislike, just so I can make sure the video is tailored to you specifically. Now, that's it. I'll see you all on Saturday. Fly safe.